know you've got this exhausted list of clients. We love it. And my listeners are going to be feeling, how do I get the next big client, or what will make them attracted to me? I know the way that you do business is definitely different than what most people are taught in textbook. So again, going for the secret sauce analogy, what would be some of the tips you would give someone who they're getting clients piecemeal, either safety or I should say just business as well, just owning your own business? What would you say as far as your mindset as to gaining clients?
So again, going back to faith, I actually talked to my coworker the other day on this, and it's like at year 5, I am now like, God's going to give it to me. Like, that's just how it's been. So, and why do I say that too is like, I've had stories where after the pandemic hit, I thought I was going to lose everything. And then I had a client, a client that she wasn't a client at the time. I actually hadn't talked to her in months. And, she came to me and she's like, God told me to give you this. And she gave me a check for $800. And she goes, and I'm going to continue to pay you $800. And it's like, I just know I need to do this. And it was like, she had no clue. I had been praying for this. That was the exact amount of money that I needed to continue my business, to not go into debt. So that was an early thing that, like, starting my business, I know that it's only but God's story, and then continuing into this. So I have to say from the very get-go, my secret sauce is my faith and my Lord. Like, it's crazy. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous the rooms I get in, and I don't even know how. So that is my secret sauce. The other thing that I will say is my dad taught me very young, how you care for your people will be reflected in your bank account. And so I just love on my people, and I care and I nurture. I do that oxytocin, serotonin, just double down on those things, and have that integrity. Whatever I'm teaching to other people, I'm actually learning it first. Like, as soon as I learn something, I've learned to make systems. And so we either make a worksheet, we somehow like incorporate it into our own design, like to experiment it out to see, is this true? Is this not? A big thing that we say is that we're not like, I can't stand the thing being like-minded. I want to be like-hearted. After having the thing where people don't see my brain, I'm like, we're not like-minded, because literally there's only like 3% of the world that can do what I do, and it's my mom, and learn to find out, or come to find out, it's hereditary. So those little things are kind of like the big caveats that I will say that impact me business wise. Mine's just being in obedience. So this week I'm going to California. I don't know why. I just know it's in obedience, and showing up. And so, like, even if nothing good comes from it, it's just staying in obedience. And then one big thing that I don't think is ever taught is when you're low. Like I say, when you're low, so whenever I am at a point, I've been going through an absolutely nasty divorce this year. It's been an awful year, to be honest. And so within regards to that, I am double downing on mentoring people. I am double downing on giving back. I'm double downing on joy and creating oxytocin moments. I'm double downing on that. It helps, just like, I'm a farmer. I have goats, I have cattle, but then also just general farming. It's like, whenever you plant a seed, you don't get the crop that day. And that's just what I am, is just planting seeds. And so that's what you have to understand in consulting too. It can take 2 to 3 years to curate clients. And so you just have to be. Yeah, I've not seen it do any less than that. I really have not. And so you got to build it now and just understand, just cultivate it. Each quarter, I reach out to a select amount of people that I just want to, like, keep in my network and whatnot, and just like say, hey, check in. And it's one, yes, it's cultivating that crop, but it's also just be like, hey, I care about you as a human. And the other thing is, I've made more money off of chickens and bees. And what I mean by that, whenever I talk safety talks or I go out, I just be real and authentic. I don't be like, Like, I don't talk about my client base. I don't talk about all this stuff because it looks fake and phony at first. And it's like, I can't, you're too weird. Like, you're not real enough. Like, if I'm like, oh, I work with the Pirates and I do all this stuff with Fortune 500, like, okay, but
it's not real.
It's not real. But I tell you, I got goats and they come in my meetings. That's still not real, but they're like, is that real? They'll actually ask and question that. And I'm like, here's a picture. They're like, oh my gosh, you have goats. And I'm like, yes, I do. I was like, I just love farming. I love to be outside. Like, that is also that, to bring it back to that car method, use that relatedness, find what's relatable to the people. What we talk about is secret sauce is find out who you don't want your clients to be. That's the number one thing for you, for anybody. I say is like, you got to know who you don't want. So I have a no asshole policy. I learned that
absolutely
year one. I had somebody paying me bank and it was beautiful, but they were assholes. And it's like, now I'm so picky on my clients. I just am. And I've learned I had to do that to keep my people too. My dad taught me